What's up, y'all? It is me, Tasha C, and welcome to my podcast show, the Tasha C Show. Shout out to my podcast fam and my YouTube fam who has been supporting and listening to my podcast, whether it's in video form or audio form or speaker podcast platform or other platforms. And I also shout out to the people who will listen to maybe this possible podcast or other people in the future, future people who be part of my podcast and or YouTube fam. Y'all, it's okay. I don't mind y'all being both, being part of both YouTube and the podcast fam. If y'all check me out, if on YouTube, if you haven't already, on Tasha C TV, make sure you put that in, y'all. Cause if you put Tasha in, I'm not gonna show up. But anyway, y'all, just to let y'all know, besides, excuse me, y'all, I don't know why, it's like a signature of mine that I always yawn during my podcast. But anyway, this is either day 78 or 77 of my 365 video journey. And it's basically, like I said, I always do this to y'all. Sorry for y'all who are, who listen on a regular basis, by doing this just for the new people, is that this is a bonus podcast out of several bonus podcasts that I've done so far, and I'll continue to do, because like I said, I started this October 8th on my birthday the past couple months ago, and I plan on finishing this 1 year limited YouTube series on October the 8th of next year, which is darn near around the corner. I mean, the year, not my birthday, but but as far as just like, it's making a video a day, and it could be anywhere from podcasts. It's not restricted to has to be a certain subject, or I have to go show my face all the time. It's so lovely and convenient to do the podcast, especially with this app. And another thing, a thing I want to say real quick also is, because I'm using my cell phone and using the Speaker Student Creator recording app of theirs. Sometimes y'all might hear clicks and stuff, and that's either me notifications going to the net to get information, or going to social media site, or, like I said, in rare cases, maybe a phone call and stuff. But most of the time now, in most cases, I try to do my podcast if I'm saying I'm up, like, it's 3:10 a.m. now, but, I had naps and everything, but I usually pre-record for the next day. Well, it's already technically next day, but for example, it is actually Christmas Eve, y'all, for people who believe in Christmas Eve, Jesus' birthday, and so forth. So yeah, it is December 24th, 2019. So this is probably not going to be a long podcast, because which is a good thing. It's rather be no news if it's going to be a bunch of crazy stuff out there. So, y'all, I'm just, like I said, this is really just me saying hi, but it's probably going to be one of the shortest podcasts I had in a while, because, a lot of times, usually I hit the 30 to, like, the 45 mark, and surprisingly, sometimes when I think I don't have enough time, I'm using, I'll think I'll have plenty of time left over, because I don't think I have that much to talk about. But y'all, like I said, if y'all have been listening to me, y'all know I can wah talk like a adult in a Charlie Brown cartoon. Okay, sometimes. Okay, now what I wanted to see real quick is, which is hilarious but interesting at the same time, my nephew, who's about to turn 11 2 months from now, and next year, obviously, he is still 10, and I do mention him time to time. And I just wanted to tell y'all that I have found out that he does not believe in Santa Claus. Now, I already told y'all that it was a couple months ago. I mean, it was still like summer stuff like so. I don't know, in fall time, so I don't know if he still believes in Tooth Fairy, y'all. But I found out that these kids, I think I didn't know till 11 or 12, and it was like, with the school stuff. I know it was before I was 13 years old. But, y'all, these kids already know that, there's no Santa Claus. So sorry, kids, if y'all already don't know. Hopefully y'all ain't watched my show, at least watch your transmission. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. I'm just gonna leave it in there like it is. Like I said, I'm always yawning, even if I get enough sleep, or the few times I do this during the day, I'm usually yawning, okay? But anyway, y'all, I found this out the other day. Now, you know how we live in society now that any kids, especially they born in the 2000s somewhere and continue to be born, and the time I have, and when it becomes my time, it's just like noticing just being around the kids, or in some rare cases, I don't know, I think all kids in 2000, any kids that are, especially like younger kids, 18, younger than 18, okay? But now it is normal for a lot of these kids to have access, not just to cell phones itself, but having access, which could, is bittersweet because unfortunately, kids and the internet, and we know how that sometimes mix, in social media, how that mix. But, like some of these damn kids, and I'm not trying to be jealous or a hater or nothing like that, but this child got a better phone than me, okay? Better than both his probably both sides of his grandparents, okay? Both sides, okay? His phone is better than mine. And like I said, I'm not trying to say he's spoiled, but I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Now, I heard the other day, like, these kids go on FaceTime or Google Duo, which, if y'all, like, who Apple people, I'm not going to roast y'all if y'all use Apple products or anything, make it seem like the Android/PC people are better. But what I'm saying is the people who maybe listen to me, if they're listening to me on Apple products, they will probably, like, excuse me, and especially if they always use those products majority of the time, they're probably going to be like, what the hell is a Google Duo? I never heard of that. You know what I mean? Or, they only mess with FaceTime. Google Duo, y'all, just to let y'all know who is unfamiliar or just don't use that app, period, even if you already have an Android. Like I said, y'all know I'm up, and that means I am in the living room in this lovely remote control. It's got a remote to it. Recline chair. Ooh, this is cozy. Anyway. So, because y'all, I got to the point if I go to lay down in the bed and I wanted to get this done so I wouldn't be trying to do this like tomorrow night, I will go to sleep. Okay, so I wanted to get it out the way, and I'll just go to sleep later in the morning, I'll say, because this is still late night. You know how that's confusing as heck. Sorry, y'all. Like I said, it was just another email notification, which of course it is showing that Michaels, they trying to, the storage, y'all. If y'all going out, it depends when I upload this. I may up this later, like earlier in the day. Y'all going shopping and stuff, Christmas Eve, whether y'all believe it or not. Also, happy Hanukkah to folks, because you never know, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't discriminate here, And Kwanzaa start the day after. Like I said, I do want to celebrate that in the future as well, along with Christmas, personally. Yeah. And by the way, we screwed as heck. My mom didn't even put the damn wreath up this time. We ain't got nothing to show. You would never know we sat here and said Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, or cooking for the holiday or nothing. Shoot. It's the way that is. But I ain't waiting in the future, y'all, when I start baby decorating stuff like this, because this is awkward, okay? We used to have Christmas decorations. They like say we don't have any more decorations or have like the Christmas spirit because we no longer believe it's Jesus, like Jesus' birthday or being the spirit or nothing like that. It's not like that. It's just, but it's been like that for about 15, 60 years that the most mom has ever put up is the damn Christmas wreath. That's it. Outside, fooling people and stuff. So anyway, yeah, I kind of snitched on my whatever. But anyway, okay. So what I'm saying, y'all, is that when y'all use the Google Duo, it's basically like another version of FaceTime, but it's used to talk to people on Android. So even people who have an Apple phone, I noticed because of my nephew's phone, and my sister doesn't use hers, whatever. It's just, unless you got an Apple phone, can FaceTime. She's engaged using that. She has, I think I got her to download Google Duo, and she doesn't even use it. Okay, so the only time we talk is actually through the phone. Okay, that's it. Not no FaceTime or nothing like that. Okay, so what I'm saying is that the Google Duo, feature, and these kids probably all got face, because a lot of these kids, I am surprised that are 10 to 10 crowd, they sitting here, still got their damn baby teeth in, got these damn phones. I'm just noticing like the difference in technology. And I've seen a lot of kids who had these expensive ass phones, and they're under the age of 15, maybe the maximum 16. And I even, like I said, I seen that at the times, because when I did my internship for 3 months was the longest before I ended up having to leave there, really for health reasons and so forth. And realizing I was able to get that in. I thought I was going to be able to volunteer after doing my internship for my class, but But I also have done this a couple times prior to them. It's not my first time volunteering with them, and every time I did, the first time I did it was like kind of 2 months, 2 months and something. Second time was like maybe 2, 3, 4 times. So this is was third time. But I wanted to bring up, every time that I went there, these are kids who started 6th grade up to the 12th grade. Of course, they're not going to have that many 12th graders there. A lot of them by that time, they're not going there as much. But there were a few, about to graduate this time. But what I'm saying was how most of them had a damn iPhone, the newest one, or the newest Samsung and stuff like that. Like I said, these kids, they ain't even able to drive with a permit yet. But that's I know I just jumped to another subject, y'all. But like I said, a lot of them are what I meant to say, like I said, I'll be ranting and jumping everywhere. A lot of them don't probably use Google Doodle, because a lot of them just like a lot of kids, I'm surprised, at least what I've seen, not a lot of them, but it's not common for a kid to have an iPhone or another expensive ass phone for the PC side. So it's easy for these kids or they parents to give them their older model, not so much older model iPhone, and let them have it. So, because I seen little Kenny, he be playing the Roblox game, and they can talk and interact through, I guess, the game and all that stuff, right? And that's like I'm saying, and then he'll be having his friends and sometimes FaceTiming them. He used the Google Duo the Google Duo FaceTime. We haven't done that in a while, in several months. But he will when I showed him how to do Google Duo as well, FaceTime him as well. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Google Duo is just like a way that people, Android can use it, or Android phone users can use, and iPhones could do that so they can talk to Android people. And y'all connect and y'all get that, and that's how you do that. So anyway, this is where I found out, going back, my ring around the rosy, basically taking so long to get to the damn point. I found out this child knew that there was no more Santa Claus. Because he called one of his friends, y'all, and they've been doing this recently. He's been saying that a lot of these kids, that when they get out of school, now, and, they offer break or whatever, hey, they got a long ass break. They don't go back until like January the 7th, the 8th or something like that. It used to be, they out there and they're like kids. When we used to go back, to college and stuff, they damn near get off 19. At that same time, I think, it's been a whole year, since last time I was in the fall semester, that, you do your classes usually around that same time. So they're getting around the same amount of time that college students get out in most cases. I mean, I know not every college got just regular fall and winter semester where it's like, 15 to 16 weeks, varies per universities. But, so little Kenny says now that, sometimes his friends, sometimes his cousins and stuff like that, he be saying like how they be like trying to stay up late, and they'll sometimes, talk to each other through the phone to FaceTime and stuff. And the other day, he was trying to FaceTime one of his friends, and one of his friends was basically telling him like, I'm going to stay up at Christmas Eve. I've been doing that for the last couple of days ever since we got out of school. And the friend was like, you know what, but I don't know, I'll try to do Christmas, and hopefully y'all, okay, you'll be up, because, I don't want to spoil just in case if you believe in Santa. And, I'm just right there, because, little Kitty be always remembering me anyway, a lot of times, not all the time, but, and little Kitty, my nephew was like, oh no, I don't believe in Santa. I'm sitting here like this, like, what did this come to be about? But I didn't tell him that. I just asked him after he got the phone with one of his little buddies. And so his buddy's like, oh, okay, and whatever. And they was going to get off the phone. It was like they were going to go to sleep. Okay, so but that, I remember that like when we were during the summertime, and some associates that I had from childhood, the ones next door, and her cousin had was over, and used to be a girl across the street, whatever. So we sometimes would be late outside. Okay, maybe I should Yeah, I could tell just now. Shoot, we there, And our parents, I guess, we trust them. I mean, we would just be outside playing, probably get bit. We're getting bit sometimes by mosquitoes and stuff, and play with the volleyball. Sometimes ride a bike because it's a very small park. Just so them being on the phone is nothing compared like we used to be like sometimes during the summer. It was a couple of summers in a row. I think between the age of like 12 to 14 or 15 that we were outside. And sometimes the girl would visit her dad because her parents had been divorced since she was younger. Sometimes she'd come over, and it was random that she came over, and we would be outside, and then we eventually, okay, everybody go in. And sometimes just me and the girl who used to live next door. I mean, her father still lives there, and her mother passed away, God rest her soul. Actually, she passed away in 2012 on like December the 18th. So it's kind of a touchy time because her mother did pass around. Their mother did pass around the holidays. But what I'm saying is that we were outside, okay? So anyway, y'all, or just we were sitting on the porch, which is the fact of freedom is, yay, we outside, blah, blah, blah. So like I said, they be up there trying to pull all-nighters, just be on the phone and probably playing on that Roblox game and stuff like that. And I asked him when he got off the phone, y'all. I was like, so you know that there's no Santa Claus? And then he go ask Suri, right? Suri actually has a badass attitude. Suri and her sisters, okay? Because with my sister named Nick's phone, I mean, what are you eating for? And even on my other sister, Tom, she got an eye. She one of my iPhone people too and shit. She up there, well, you should have told this. Well, I don't want to answer that question, blah, blah, blah. It's a couple times. She got, like I said, a lot of Suri's. It should be sassy Siri, a smart ass mouth Siri. Because a lot of times she do be talking mess, don't want to give directions and stuff or whatever, or acting up. Oh, I don't know how to answer that. Well, I don't know why you asked me that, or something like that. I'll just be like, what the hell? So, but Suri was nice this time. But she's nice. The Suri that little kid, my nephew has, is nice. Suri knows obviously this is a little child, so maybe Suri trying to be nice. I mean, I know it's technology, but ain't they got a damn Android that has been legalized somewhere else that they trying to claim as like a citizen or something? Ain't she got like a citizenship, whatever, some Android? So anyways, he asked Suri, like, let me ask, is there a Santa Claus? And this was hilarious. Suri was like, oh, I don't want to answer that because, you want to be, I don't want you to be on the naughty list. Everybody asks about the North Pole. And I don't want to ask that. I can't answer that. He kept asking. He was like, see, I told you it's no Santa Claus. And I'm not going to debate with that, because if he wanted to, he can research that himself. But when Suri didn't answer the question, I remember he even asked Suri, like, after that, like how old she was. She was like, I can't answer that. I ain't got no, okay, whatever, just that. But yeah, so he told me he found out, and like I said, his little friend, I don't know, little friend is obviously some kid, in his class or whatever, I guess. And he, explained that. So I was just like, well, there's no Santa Claus, but that still didn't stop him from getting no damn gifts. Well, that's better for us, because how in some cases we be giving, used to give Santa credit, to certain stuff, like as if he helped buy some of this stuff or whatever, and took his behind in the chimney somewhere. Okay, so anyway, to tell y'all also too, y'all, do y'all use TikTok, formerly known as Musically, and Triller, or Thriller, whatever? I've been more so seeing people use the TikTok than the Triller. And the reason why I'm bringing this up again, like I said, since it's not a lot of topics or nothing like that, Musically, I think I made one video one time with no video and stopped using it. But I didn't know it was TikTok. My nephew has over 300 clips. And if y'all wonder what TikTok is, it seems like, it's not restricted to videos, but a lot of people, I don't know how many minutes it is or how many seconds. It's like, kind of like, reminds me of an advanced, like I said, it could be TikTok, advanced version and a more lengthier vibe. It's just combination of a bunch of stuff. Because, my nephew, they have filters and stuff, and some people dance and or like lip sync to a lot of songs, or some people have stories where they just talk. And like there was one guy, I guess I don't know if he follows or slides, that he was giving like story time stories. Okay, so that's like I said, my nephew has made 2 or 3 videos. We usually see him all the time. Heck, he still living in the same city with us. But it's just that's how I know about TikTok is from my nephew. I was wondering, like, when he kept saying TikTok, I didn't know like Musically was originally its name, but then now it's TikTok. So like I said, be special effects and all this. It's just different things. Like he showed me how he made a video and made it seem like the angle he had it like he went into the cup. It was kind of dope, that he's able to do that. And he made like a collage of my graduation, and some of us had made another collage, like music collage with the pictures. So yeah, and Thriller, the only reason why I kind of knew about that because I seen a couple like Instagram channels that I follow, y'all, and they have like some of the artists use it. I don't see as much when some people. I more so see now just my nephew with the TikTok, which is the main reason how I know about it. But I've seen people, how they'll share the videos to like I think Instagram because it shows in the corner. But that's just the same as like. But I don't see too many people through. I still seen it though. It seemed like it's more so with celebrities, like the baby had it like before the bop came out. I could have sworn he was like dancing with some people, and then was smoking a blunt, and he was just dancing whatever, and he had the song playing in the background. So that's how I found out about that, y'all. But how do y'all feel about those type of apps? Like I said, of course they're like I'm not gonna say unlimited minutes, but they kind of remind me of Vine as far as like some people, even though it was 6 seconds, a little bit, just a combination of stuff, because you can make your little music videos or snippets or dance routines, and sometimes you can verbally talk, or do a combination of all together, do a collab where it's like somebody on the side. You kind of like what Instagram does, how you can go on live with, a person now, where they used to didn't have that feature. Like I said, I haven't been on Facebook in a whole year and something. Do they have a live feature? I mean, I know you can go on live on Facebook. I've been knew that. I haven't personally done it myself when I was still on Facebook. But I wonder, can you go like half and half like Instagram? Because, Facebook owns the gram anyway, but, they don't have that feature. But one thing, out of the social chats is still popular, still there. One thing I don't use, y'all, is honestly Snapchat. I have tried it a couple years ago. I don't know how to I know they got all these great filters and all this stuff. But, y'all, I have tried and I don't know. Now, I have followed a couple people. And I do mean a couple. I didn't follow that many of them. But, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. I used to actually follow Famous Deck. And, he's a rapper from the Chi-Town. But, I found about him a couple years ago. When I got Snapchat, I got off there. And, he used to max the hell out of it. Because, how, just like Instagram, and the lives go away after 24 hours. That's the same with, like, I think it was the same with Snapchat. And maybe this, with praise God, I know, like, he, all that stuff. But I kind of had stopped being on Snapchat because I didn't know, honestly, how. And I follow him, and I follow somebody, Samajize, whatever. He used to be a actor, and he's a rapper now as well. He was doing rapping then. But he was one of those people I liked, liked his reactions and stuff. But he, or sometimes occasionally had story times and stuff. But he's been kind of like left YouTube like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, I didn't follow a lot of people with Snapchat because I didn't know how to use it anyway. That thing was confusing as hell. I know my nephew also has Snapchat, but I don't think he uses it. And I mean, truth be told, it's like people use it, but they don't use it. I personally don't know that many people who use Snapchat. Of course, people with the gram, maybe possibly Facebook, and maybe some cases even Pinterest, which is like pinning. I mean, you can share videos on there because I started a couple times sharing back videos on there. But it's known like you're pinning like pictures more so Pinterest is usually used, which... I heard like it's even a good thing if, say, you're having like a business and you're trying to, it's actually good to keep them Pinterest because, you can actually get people to sometimes, be interested whatever services that you have or items that you're selling. Okay, but anyway, I know that was just random. But anyway, speaking of the baby, I mean, I'm not going to keep bringing it up again because of the whole egg thing. But he was arrested in Charlotte, like, ain't he from the whole time in North Carolina again? And he was charged, what they said, with the college kid. That's also somebody on Instagram, something else. Because Shade Room showed he was being arrested. He said he always seems like get arrested all the time. Now, they ended up saying they thought he had a concealed weapon or was searching or he had a concealed some marijuana. I'm thinking, how much weed did he have? And I'm like, I am scratching my head, figuratively, of course. Why is people, unless he had 70 pounds, or, all this weed or whatever, or what, because he didn't have his weed card? I'm confused about how he get a misdemeanor for weed. I'm like, huh? Maybe they ain't legal there or something. I don't know what the heck that is, but it's just like, if people, unless they think you like are, you ain't got a license to distribute or something like that. And when I got dispensaries that have weed. So I'm just kind of confused about, like, that scratched my head. He got misdemeanor for something that's actually starting to be legalized. It's legalized up here. Of course I had to read my rules wrong, but they voted. It was like thumbs up, pass the tree. Shit. It's pretty much, I'm just like, oh my gosh. But also, y'all, did you hear about Lil Wayne again was on a private plane? I didn't go into more of the updates about, the fortunate passing Juice World, where they said, like, the possibility, allegedly, that they said that he swaddled all these Percocets because they knew they were possibly going to search the plane, and maybe he did that so he wouldn't get caught or something like that. Some people say it might have been able to say, might try to take his life, said F it or whatever. Or, I don't know. He might have been already, because I don't want to sit here and like keep going over something that's negative, because you can't bring the young man back, But what I was saying is already they had all these Percocets, they had 70 pounds of weed was on there, as if he was up there, using his name, but he was dealing, or having people deal on his behalf. And, it's like, okay, coincidence. Lil Wayne, now this is better just a couple weeks. Lil Wayne was on a private jet plane, and they were up there searching, the people up there searching, to see, if, like if he had anything. But Lil Wayne tweeted not too long ago, like, hey, on I forgot which, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I forgot which Instagram page or site was saying that. But he was like, oh, I'm cool, it ain't nothing, he clear, and it was a gun, but he didn't get charged with the gun. Lovey T's Instagram had the update on there. So I'm like, But that just seemed too coincidence. I'm like, what the hell are these private people, like, are they undercover popos? What I'm just saying, this is a trend. This happened coincidence again when other private plane coincidence they're searching again, y'all. I am not trying to promote anything illegal or nothing like that. I'm just saying, like, just pay attention, y'all. Speaking of weed, like I said it 2 days ago about Drea from the Mob Wives, okay? Now, that used to be the show. I told about it, and I forgot to bring up rest in peace Big Ange. I liked her character. But anyway, God rest her soul. But Drea and her husband, I don't know if it's a new husband now, but, Drea, and her husband got arrested, for having pills, having Kubrick West. They up there stealing and stuff. Because speaking of people dealing like that, I think she got, bailed out, but I think her husband's still in there. And I'm sitting here like, oh my goodness. Like, I didn't expect it to see that. But anyways, y'all, like I said, Christmas Eve, y'all need to be careful because, majority of stores, unless occasionally maybe a Walgreens or something might be open, and a random Coney Island might be open 24 hours and tomorrow as well. But of course, due to the fact it's Christmas Eve and it's going to be the same as New Year's, except, clubs be open a little bit later. Because the clubs, unless, it's like a secret after our club, the clubs here are, I think, mandatory supposed to close at 2 o'clock at night. So, we'll just see. But other than that, y'all, it just really is more so shocking about realizing this Christmas Eve. And next, exactly a week from now, it'll be New Year's Eve, and it's 2020. And it doesn't even seem like, of course it's been, at times, it just lets you know how fast time has went. And how precious time has been, how fast time has went. Because I'm just like, even though this is, say, day 77, it's not like it's 300 and I'm not, a year from now exactly. because I, of course, would definitely reduce the amount of podcasts I would do by that time. But it just goes to show how much time has passed. And, like, y'all don't have to get into year resolutions and stuff like that. I mean, I've been stopped doing those, like, some years ago. But it just, I mean, do y'all think, and I'm not trying to be cliches, but looking from a prosperic word, and or look at the horoscopes depending on who you watch or who you feel is more accurate, whatever. How do y'all feel about 2020 approaching? Are y'all looking forward to it? Are you being positive because maybe prosthetic words that you probably have seen on YouTube or something follow, or if you've been given a word yourself, you know what I'm saying? If the Lord has gave you the message of the Holy Spirit, I mean, I don't mean to be all like scripted, like, why is she talking about God and she was just talking about some weed and stuff? But what I also meant to say is, like with certain people 2020 to talk about like how horoscope or so forth, and I was supposed to be y'all for the Capricorns. My little sisters are both Capricorns, and my little two. Yeah, it's 3 people I personally know. I mean, I actually don't remember that, but person I know that are Capricorns, but I really don't really start counting kids because they still little and stuff, and trying to find themselves, whatever. I mean, so multiple adults might be trying to find themselves still. Let's be real, but that's that. And then New Year's Eve is also Colonel, the furry pup of my furry great nephew's birthday. Now, I honestly, y'all, even though this is my second dog, I, kind of like been around consistently besides my sister named Nick, which used to have a dog named Snoopy. And that was a cute Chihuahua. And I don't even know when the heck Snoopy's birthday was. God rest his soul. He been gone. But, I don't know the stuff about dog years, so y'all forgive me who are dog lovers and stuff. I don't know stuff about the dog year thing. So, I just, know like he's here, and I know they can, like, their dog years, and it's like 7+ years every year. So he had a birthday. So what is he supposed to be in his 20s? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. His first birthday was last year. So this is his second birthday. I don't know. I don't know nothing about that, but yeah. So, like I said, I don't want to be repetitive, but I look forward to right now in 2020 and beyond. Not because it's a new year, because y'all, I've been several times like it's gonna change this year, but I just have a better, stronger feeling about it. But how about y'all? Are y'all gonna spend time at home with your loved ones, or just you yourself and or go out? Are you going out to a church, a chapel, a chapel, going somewhere to watch the ball drop? I think they got it with the ball drops down here too. I haven't been down that cold. I'm good. Now, unless it's somewhere, I don't know, that would be safe. I'm talking about unless it was like, 78 degrees. No, not up here in Michigan. Wrong state, wrong climate. But other than that, what else did I want to talk about? Talked about TikToks of social media. There hasn't been a lot of stuff. Oh, yeah, just another minor story, y'all. I don't know if this is going to be national news, but I mean, it was good to see the news where it wasn't a bunch of negative, like, stuff on there, because, on the news app. I don't know if y'all hear that, y'all, but I decided to put the massage thing on here. So if y'all hear a little noise, that's probably that in the background. Yeah, I'm completely unprofessional. But anyways, y'all. Now, they got this on the news, whatever. Now, this happened 5 months ago on another freeway. I think it was in Detroit as well. Because I didn't know the first time it happened, whatever, right? And they doing some damn, y'all, it's like they doing their own damn audition, their personal documentary or reality show, Fast and the Furious. And I haven't even, okay, y'all, there's another movie I confess that I have not seen. And it's the Fast and Furious franchise altogether. I have not seen one Fast and Furious movie. No, Ludacris with his fro, not that one time with Shad Moss, also his Bow Wow was in there. I have not seen any of those movies. Period. Okay, that's my confession. That's another movie that I have not seen. Okay. I have not seen one at all. I haven't even seen, before Paul Walker, for she was in that tragic, fatal car accident. I have not seen any. But anyway, back to talking about this Detroit's Fast and Furious Detroit edition, right? So 5 months ago, I don't know if they got caught or not, but they were talking about a little bit in the article, whatever, right? And they were saying, like, I decided to just go ahead and just put a little low, because my voice part sounded like I was on some roller coaster or something a little bit. Okay. Now, they had it where they were not Ghost Ride, Rip One Thing. Sorry, I was listening to Tell Me When You Go Early by E40. Classic song, okay? With Keek the Sneak. That, like I said, classic song. But anyway, y'all. They up there doing donuts on the freeway and stuff. Like, right on the freeway, skirt, skirt. So anyway, in the same article, this just happened last night or a day ago. Now they switched up the freeway. I don't know if it's the same group of people now. Now they was like, now we're doing it on the lodge. So they got you see a bunch of lights, all the traffic is backed up, and they got it blocked off, whatever, or happened. They're like, we don't care if it's traffic, because they had now this is the second time I've seen this. Sometimes the news app, besides having grammatical errors, which is interesting, still, even though they update the app, they'll sometimes have a link to a video, and it's not edited, okay? Even Shade Room has their shit edited nowadays, okay? I don't know, sometimes Jasmine Brand has this stuff said or has like cussing in or something like that. But, they sometimes scratch out the words. But it's interesting to see that they have a link to an Instagram video to show it. And you hearing everybody saying the F-bombs to, yeah, do that shit, blah, 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 and all this stuff. And I'm sitting here like, the second time I seen a news article in their app that did that, where they're linking something and you're hearing people cuss instead of them like not editing it and stuff, but they'll blank out explicit words, say they have to say in the store. I mean, I don't watch the app like that all the time, but just paying attention to the last couple years that I've been using it, they up here will edit if say that, say like something happens and they take the F word out, and stuff. But, any cuss words besides, like probably damn or something like that. But yet, they up here got a whole video that you hear, even though it's like 1 minute, but you're seeing them do donuts, and you see all these, like I said, it looked like they needed a camera, and they just doing donuts all on the freeway. This one Camaro and stuff like that. Like I said, it was like, okay, this is what Fast and Furious is somewhat like, right? And they just did the donuts cut off, but the girl whoever was doing the donuts was kind of close to the person who was filming it, like, on the side, the side, some people walk on some cases, some people park their car on, whatever reason, whatever, usually 9 times 10 is something wrong, and they have to park their car on that piece of, I don't know if it's called the sidewalk, whatever, on the side of, I don't know. But yeah, they were caught on that, but they just skirt. It was like, we don't give a F, blah, blah, blah. We doing this on the lodge. And I'm just like, y'all just decided, I think they said it was Sunday or something, yeah, but they up there doing donuts all on the freeway again. Which I didn't know was the first time it would happen. But like I said, I'm like, they just doing this and blocking. But the traffic, like I said, all the lanes was full, but they were back away for enough where maybe they had somebody standing, I don't know that, but they were able to have it where nobody was trying the cars or the people who set up this Fast and Furious scene, or, feel that adrenaline rush. I was just like, what the hell? So I don't know what they're going to catch. Skirt and skirt, because that's pretty much what it was. It was skirt and skirt. Okay, that's what it was. Skirt and skirt. Alright. That's what it is. Skirt and skirt. Because that's all the thing was doing. I know I keep saying it again, but that's the best way I can describe it. It was skirt and skirt, because that's how fast they were going. So, other than that, I don't know. Maybe it's not to say it's not surprising. It's not that people don't, occasionally some people don't race fat and drag race, but it was just interesting that they not only filmed it, but it was interesting that the news station just uploaded the clip without editing it somehow, because like I said, Shade Room Edits has been doing that for several months. Jasmine Brand, it's been some of them still have cuss words and don't care. They know how to edit where some of the places will put their watermark. Who left their Shade Room as a watermark? And I mean, I I think Gospel City made her channel private again. I haven't been on there in a long time anyway. But, they'll watermark with the name of their brand who is giving this entertainment information, or allegedly, sometimes alleged gossip. But but this is a news station that edits out sometimes cussing and in their news reports, but stories. But you got a whole clip when they're just cussing throughout the whole thing. Yeah, Ninja. I'm editing myself. But I was just like, what the heck? So I got a taste of what Fast and Furious would be like. And y'all, still, I really want to watch just Latasha's channel. Her channel is very fun and quirky. It's funny. It's very entertaining. Her perspective on stuff, because she'll talk sometimes about movies and certain like topics. Like, for example, I think she reviewed like She Gotta Have It. I think like overall of this season. Well, She Gotta Have It has been canceled after the second season, and I don't regret, because I first y'all was going to possibly review this past season, but no. I'm good, of course. But anyways, y'all, her perspective about, different sometimes issues in the black community and certain other stuff, and just giving perspective about mental health and so forth. It's just, like I said, it's a good mesh of combination of different topics. And she reviewed The Watchmen and had another thing. Well, I think it was like the grand finale and maybe an overall of the season. And like I said, I keep procrastinating. I keep saying when I'm going to watch and even doing reviews, y'all. But heck, the way it's going, I probably might not start doing till either next week, also known as start till January, the first week of January. Not as a New Year resolution. It's just the way it's going. Like I said, y'all, I'm still, it kind of set me back, especially this past weekend, and recovering, where I'm getting better. And I'm not trying to traumatize y'all by saying certain talks that may be sensitive to ears, but it's still making sure, because I'm making sure to keep compressing, so that area does not come back to a flare-up. Not only as a flare-up and cause pain where the pain meds don't work in, but doesn't put me in a position back where I end up back in the hospital, because not only it possibly could come back, but possibly flare up and be like 10 times the size it was, and I don't want to go through even 1% of what the hell I went through in 2010, or even the stomach. I mean, I already got to do it, but that, sometimes doing pain without, but that stuff right there, I have to, that's just too much. And like I said, it feels, some of the areas, it comes back where abscess or lesions are at before. And, it started to feel like I felt in 2010, where it came to a head, it was painful, came to the head, and I thought it was cool, and it came back worse. Like, okay, we about to have a party. When it gets y'all to like the 2-minute mark, when it's about to be your time, regardless if you got the free plan or you got a plan that costs y'all, it starts to turn red to remind you the line like, hey, when you're recording, like, wrap this up. If not, whatever you're going to say, we're going to cut you off. So anyway, y'all, hugs and loves. I was surprised, y'all. I always keep saying that I'm just going to be on here for a couple of minutes, or not anything past 15 and 20 minutes, and I ended up, then I might have less to talk about on Christmas Day, because 9 times 10 is going to be a Christmas podcast. But anyway, y'all, hugs and loves, God bless, and y'all stay safe and enjoy, your day. Have a blessed day, great day, happy holidays. Like I said, recover, God bless, and I'll see y'all in the next podcast. Let me go ahead and do this little clapping thing, because I said I was going to do it when I leave out of here. All right, y'all. See y'all in the next one.